Hi, thank you so much for joining me. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Today, I want to share a little bit with you, hopefully quick, fast, and in a hurry. I want to share something with you, hopefully that's going to help you. I was thinking today about being debt free, right? You know, sometimes when you're in debt, right, it changes the whole way in which you move because you can't afford to do this, you can't afford to do that. But now think about this. What if the debt that you owed out, somebody owes to you? Because most of us can probably say there's somebody out there who owes you money. There's somebody out there who owes you some kind of debt, right? They owe you something that you have loaned out. Because we're supposed to be loaners, right? We're supposed to be loaners. We're supposed to be in a position in which we can loan because we should have lived a lifestyle in which we have saved money. And some of the problems that a lot of times in our community we have a problem with is we know how to spend money, but we don't know how to save money. The importance of saving money is far more important than what you're spending. But a lot of us have not been taught how to save, but we've been shown most of our life how to spend. So we're spenders. And being spenders sometimes keep us in a lot of problems, right? A lot of problems because we don't have anything when it's time for us to go to buy something, to purchase something, or to invest in something. We got to go in debt to do it, right? Instead of being in a position where we've got money stacked and waiting for us. So today, I want to first go into a story about the pandemic, 2020. 2020, honey. When 2020 came in, I'm trying to get this thing together. I'm here at work. When 2020 came in, the pandemic hit. I was asked by a group of queens who wanted me to teach their children about economics, finances, and economics. And this came about because I was having a Queens class that I was doing on, I think it was on Tuesday nights, when I had queens from all over. We would get on the conference line, and I was teaching them about different things. And so it came about that they wanted me to teach their children some things. So I was getting into this class online where I was teaching, via Zoom, of course, and children were all over. Even from Africa, we had children that had, plugged in for this class. The children was ranging from age 7, I think the youngest was 7, the oldest I believe was 14. And so what I was teaching them, first I had to go to the basics, right? What did they know? What did they know about money? What did they know about saving, right? And the good thing was because it was done at home, I think all the parents, the mothers at least, they were on the line with the children listening in, which was great because I was teaching them how to save money, the importance of money, how to respect money, right? Because sometimes we're careless with our money, with our funds, right? We kind of throw it foolishly. And I know, good gracious, honey, I can't even tell you how many times I wish I had a knowledge back then that I have today. I would have done things differently. I've had money come into my hands. I've had settlements hit me. I have been blessed many ways in my life with money, finances, right? But I didn't have the knowledge on what to do with it. So I spent it foolishly and, didn't have anything really to show for, what I had. But now, today, I take that knowledge that I've learned to teach others that they don't have to hit the hard knocks that I had to hit. And hopefully safeguard you from a lot of things, right? So I want you to understand debt that you may owe. There's also some debt that's owed to you. I want to talk about the debt that's owed to you. There are people or things that are lined up to pay you debts. Now, understand this. I loaned Billy $200. I loaned it to Billy. Billy has been 6 months and still hasn't paid me that money back. But now, I'm not going to worry so much about Billy owing me that $200 because I also know that somewhere, because Billy owes me $200, Somebody's going to pay for it. Somebody's going to pay for Billy's debt. And a lot of times they're going to pay me extra, right? Because that is the way in which we should be thinking and living. To believe this, you must get to a place where you realize that money owed is money due, right? And so think about all the money, just kind of calculate in your mind right quick, of all the people who may owe you money, around estimate. Let's say if you add all the money that people have gotten from you, let's say you come up with $18,212, right? Auntie, cousins, friends, whatever, whatever it is. You sign on somebody's car loan, whatever it is, which I totally advise against. Co-signing for folks, I totally advise against, right? It's just, it normally doesn't turn out well. When you co-sign for people, unless it's one of your children, and I'm iffy about that. I'm iffy about it. Because to co-sign for somebody means the reason why they need a co-signer is because they have not shown themselves to be credit worthy yet. So if they're not credit worthy, no one trusts them with that amount. So they need somebody who is trustworthy to be able to say, if they don't take care of it, I got them. That's what you said when you co-signed. That's what it said, right? So it's not, when I teach my classes, I don't advise that. If they can't get it, they need to go lower. They're trying to get that Escalade. No, they can't afford it. Tell them to go here out to get a little Honda, get a little Mazda, something else that you can afford, but something that don't need my name on it, because it's a high probability that you don't come through, they're gonna come looking for me. Now I got to pay for the ride you've been riding in, and so forth and so on. So, but that was just a half a 2-cent tip. Some of y'all might have already learned that, right? Co-signing for folks, having somebody's name on, having your name on somebody else's stuff. But back to what I'm talking about with this debt. First of all, when I was teaching this class with these 7 to 14-year-olds, first thing I found out was what did they know about money? How do they value money? If I gave you $1 right now, what would you do with it? And each child began to tell me what they would do with $1. I think one said they would put it in their bank. Everybody else was going to spend it. I said, so I'll give you $20. What would you do? They start telling me what they're going to do with $20. And I said, okay. I said, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you all about the value of your money. So I taught this class. And in this class, I taught them the value of money, but then I taught them how they can make money, how you can be an entrepreneur, because I build entrepreneurs. This is what I teach, entrepreneurs. How to own your own business. Find out what's in you, pull it out of you, and then we're going to create a business. That's what I do. So I had these children that I'm going to make them business owners. And the parents was on the line, right? And I said, I'm going to show the parents what your children can do. I asked all the children, what are they good at? And each one began to tell me what they were good at. And I opened up a cash app for each one of those children. I think at the time I might have had 20 children, maybe, give or take. I'm not really sure. And I opened up a cash app for each one of those children. I put $20 into their account. I said, I'm going to be your investor. I'm your hidden investor, and I'm investing in you for your business. Now, I want to see how well you're going to do. Is your business going to crash, or you're going to make money that I could be able to see your money go up? I said, first, I want you to turn on your notification. That way every time something goes into your account, when I have the next class, I want you to be able to tell me what's in your account. Because I'm writing down what you're telling me you have today. And so a lot of the children were excited that they had money. They had a cash app, and they had money in it, right? I don't know where they are today. I would love to find out if they still have money in their account. It would be nice to know. But anyway, back to that class. One little girl, I said, I'm gonna show y'all my young ladies when I had my own summer camp. and I had my own program where I would do a camp and a class. I did with young children. Most of I had girls. I taught them how to take a pair of old jeans, and some of y'all know about this, right? How you take a pair of jeans and you make a purse out of it, right? You make a bag. And I was showing them how to make bags and how to make pillows, and taking nothing and creating something out of it, right? And I was teaching them how to go within themselves and make something big, right? And so I taught this in this class, and one of the girls said, I can make a bag then. So she started making bags, and she was selling her bags for $20. And when we went to class, I asked everybody how much money they had. She had up to $80. She sold 4 bags in a week's time, right? Her mother was excited, like, man. I said, you didn't even know she had it in her. Another child, she loved unicorns. She was making unicorns out of these wooden piece of paper, something wooden, and she had a magnet on it behind it, and she colored it up, and she was selling them, I think, for like $5 or $10. And the young man, he was good in computers, doing animated things, and I showed him how he could tag in with people and create things for people, the avatars, I think is what it was. And he was just like maybe 10 or 12. Somebody else was building Legos, and he could create things and how they can make it, and but anyway, they all began to push what was in them out, and every time we had our class, they all told me how their money was generating, right? They was building from the 20. They was making money. Nobody stayed the same. Nobody went below 20, and they always gained. I think it was the last class, somebody had $200 some odd in their account, right? And plus, every week I was still putting in. I said, if you make such amount of money, I'm going to add to it because it's called interest, right? I'm teaching them things, right, at a young age, and it moved them. But most of all, it moved their parents, their mothers, those queens. Was learning too how to save money because they knew how to spend it too. I said, you go out and eat too much. You got a pretty kitchen, use it. Invest in what's important to you and stop spending money carelessly, right? The lady looked at me the other day, she says, I just love your nails. I said, thank you. Press and go. These are press and goes, honey. I said, I ain't paying on people to do my nails. It's a side journey for you, and I'm gonna get on it, and I'm gonna come back off. I try not to invest in communities that will not invest in mine, right? Because you look at your money and see how many times your money go around in your community, and see how many times it goes out of your community, and where you sending your money. It's funny. I'm funny about stuff like that. See, because I'm into that kind of stuff. Some of y'all do your thing. But I'm just for me. So I go a press and go. Press and I can go. I'm not sitting there. You got a mask, won't give me one. And you blowing the fan in my way. And you got a mask on. All those energies, honey, I be picking up on all that stuff. Then you go talking and you don't want me to understand what you just said. I'm like, hey, if you giving me service, talk to me like I can understand what you saying. Even all your friends, let's all be on the same. Don't let me have to tap in and pick up what you're talking about now. Side journey, I'm done. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Money that's owed to you. You have to understand that money that's owed to you is there for you. You got to tap into it. You have to understand something. If you have put money out, that money is coming back. It is coming back. It doesn't have to come back from the person who owes it to you. It will come back, but you got to know how to tap into it. You got to know that, first of all, if you believe that there is money out there waiting for you, you got to know how to channel that money to you. Period. Point blank. This information right here, I can give on a deeper level, but I'm here at work. And I'm trying to act like, I'm going back to it in a minute. But I want to tap this in here because we got to understand things that are owed to us. It's owed to us. I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's, property. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's owed to you, you can get it. It's yours. There's nobody that has anything that belongs to you that you can't have. You should be debt free. Whatever it is that you owe out, somebody owes it to you. That it's gonna erase your debt. But you gotta know how to tap into that. And it starts with your belief system, and it starts with you understanding you got to learn, first of all, how to respect that little thing you call money, that you ain't spending it foolishly, right? How to save money. You know, you should have an account, whether it's in the bank, in your home, in your safe deposit, wherever you got it at, up a tree, I don't care. But you got a savings account that is generating money for you, and it is building money for you faster than that checking account, because your checking account is for you to pay out. Your savings account is for you to keep money in. So when you decide you want to buy that boat, that land, that house, that mattress, your pay for your daughter's graduation, whatever it is you want to do, you should have money built for that, right? And like I said, move in silence, right? Move in silence. You ain't gotta tell somebody that you holding money, you stacking money aside. If you tell somebody you stacking money, trust me, they're gonna try to figure a way how to get it. And I ain't talking about trying to rob you now, but they're gonna come giving you one of them dry begging, where they tell, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They get cut my lights out tomorrow, and hoping you hear them breathing heavy. Anyway, you gotta learn how to save some money. Basically, I'm trying to get you debt free, and I can't do it all in one day. But if you're really interested, tag me, plug it in, and I'll go further. But seriously, if there's money that's out there that you have sent out, that money is also coming in. A lot of times the money is coming and we're just not in position to receive it. There is what they call unclaimed funds out there that people ain't even paying attention to, right? There's settlements out here all the time that somebody done dropped the ball on, your name's on it, you ain't paying attention to, right? There's programs out here that you can tap into that we're not paying attention to, right? There are people who are looking for entrepreneurs or people who's willing to do this, that, or the other so they can give them money that you ain't paying attention to. I'm telling you, if we are drowning in debt, it's because we're not paying attention to the transfer that's coming in. We see what's going out, but we need to pay attention to what's coming in. Start yourself. If you're already in savings, a lot of you I know already are, because you're intelligent like that. Intelligent people have a savings. Period. And intelligent people also got a daggone life insurance. You got life insurance or life insurances policies. I tore that word up, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You have an insurance policy. If something happens to you, you have not put your family in debt because you didn't have a policy set aside to take care of your funeral arrangements or whatever you decide you want to do, right? I have paid for more people's funeral arrangements, right? Because somebody they love has passed and there was no policy. And then, what y'all got, a GoFundMe or whatever, then they're asking for help, right? And I have helped many people. And I'm not downplaying that, but I'm saying to each and every one of you today, if you didn't have one before today, get one. They're cheap, honey. They got things for $1. You can start off with $1 policy. I mean, not dollar policy, but you can start off with $1 down. But you need to have a life policy. Life insurance policy is important that you have. Again, talk about being debt free. You don't want to leave your family in debt because you didn't think that you didn't think you're gonna die one day. I got 3 or 4 life policies, insurance policies, 3 or 4 of them. Because I told my children, this is what I told mine now. When I leave here, you will not be in debt. And you will not spend money on me for a funeral. That's me now. That's me. I'm not having a funeral. Everybody who know me, they know me now. Period. But I'm saying to say this. I use my money wisely. When I leave here, cremate me. Save that money and y'all do what you want to do. Have a party on me if you want to. Say it's in Jenny's name. But that's how I do. Now, I'm going to close this up because I know I need to be back at work. But I had to drop this into you. It's a nugget, honey. It's a nugget. Those young ladies and young men that I was doing that Zoom class with, they learned something. They found out they was entrepreneurs, and they started building from that. And I hope they still are. And we can do the same thing. In each and every one of us, we have an ability to do something great, awesome, and wonderful because it's in us. That we all are entrepreneurs. We all can start our own. We just don't know how. Here's your girl. Here's your girl. Anyway, you have a fabulous day. I'm getting ready to run off here and make this day start like I'm supposed to. Let your light so ever shine. Thumbs up. Thanks so much for your love. I love you. You'll be blessed. Be fabulous. And don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Even though you made mistakes in the past, today's a good day to start over. Just start over. You'll be surprised what you can get done. Blessings to you. Love you.